Hi, this is Rick with the Tractor Channel. This is a video on how to load an excavator onto a tilt trailer or any kind of trailer with ramps or a dovetail. I also have other videos of how to load excavators and other equipment onto trailers on the Tractor Channel. So go to the Tractor Channel and look for the other videos if you're looking for more information.
Okay everyone, hopefully you can hear me good. What I wanted to do was just show you, let me adjust this here. Actually, it's probably not too bad. I just wanted to show you what, like with these newer style tilt trailers, it's pretty easy to load this equipment nowadays versus the deck overs with the ramps and everything. So we're in the Cat 301. I'll probably do the Bobcat E35 and the one of the Chinese excavators also. But so first thing we're going to do to unload it, we've already unchained it. We're going to raise our blade, and then we're going to go ahead and boom up. And there's a lot of ways you can do it. If you don't feel safe, then you can. Let me move my boom over here. I'm pivoting the boom there a little bit. Now it feels a little funky because we're up on this trailer still, and it's not as stable, of course. But so we're just going to drive off here with our tracks. Obviously, either use the foot pedals or the levers. Now I'm going to use what we call stick steer. So I'm going to push the yellow button. Then I'm going to hit the OK on the control panel. And because I am aimed the same way as my blade, I'm just going to start creeping off. Now as I start down with this, I've already unlocked the pendulum on the tilt trailer. So as I start down and I get to the end and I overweight the trailer for the tilt, then it's going to start down. And I can feel it. You can look outside too and see where the tires are at. I'm just at the tipping edge right there, okay? So with this trailer, and I've done it so many times, I know for a fact that I can just drive right off this trailer and it's going to be no big deal, okay? But say I'm worried about it. Say I'm on a new trailer or something. Well, and now when I start to do this, I'm going to boom out, I'm going to boom down, and I'm going to, well, okay. Let me get out of stick steer here. Because see now when I was in stick steer on my right joystick, I'm operating my blade, and I didn't want to do that. I want to operate as a normal excavator. So if I'm on a, so let me just show you what I'm talking about then, okay? So on this trailer, now I'm not in stick steer. I'm just going to bring it in normally, going back into stick steer. I'm just going to drive off the trailer, okay? So I'm going to go slow right there when I got over my brake over, and I just kept going. Now you're going to pucker a little bit. Don't get me wrong, guys and girls. Now I didn't like that. It's kind of like a roller coaster. Kind of like a roller coaster ride, or when you're getting your instrument check rating in an airplane. You kind of your body's like, ooh, I can feel something moving, and you can't move your legs or anything to stop it. So now I know though that I'm just going to be able to drive off this trailer because you know I've done this so many times. Okay, so it's no big deal. Now I'm not going to go real fast, and my blade's all the way up. I don't want to scrape my blade or anything. And as I get down here, just still going slow. Going slow still. Going slow. And I just drive all the way off the trailer and everything's fine. Okay? Now I want to go back on the trailer. Let's just say I am, you know, I'm done with my job. I'm going to go back on the trailer. How would I do that? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn around. I'm going to have my blade aimed backwards, and I'm going to boom up now. Now, I'm also going to, this is one of them trailers that has the pivot hole in the back of it. So, which is, I don't know, makes it nicer to see those lights down there. But so what I'm going to do is I can either steer with my levers or my foot pedals. And when I'm in this position though, I'm going to be going backwards now. to go, because my blade is backwards, it's behind me. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, if I was worried about this trailer, say I hadn't loaded on this trailer before, what I would do is I would stick out and I would boom out, and I would get me a little bit of weight up there before I started up. Now this has been on this trailer so many times, I know I can just drive all the way up there like that. But see how I have my weight all the way up here? Now when I'm getting to this point, I'm just using my foot pedals in the reverse going up the trailer. Now at this point right here, it's not a super good idea to turn or pivot because you're at a pretty good angle. You could do it, but what I would suggest, now if you ever think you need to, let me get this thumb out of our way. Now if I go to pivot on this right here, at a certain position right there, when I pivot, it's gonna put the weight kind of out of a counterweight. It's not gonna be a good position. Now if I thought for some reason I was gonna roll, I would go fast. Watch this. So I go and I pivot, but right there, woo man, feels like I'm gonna tip. But what I did right there is I went fast because I don't want to get there before my boom gets here. See, in this position right here, if I were rolling out towards the front of me, I'm pretty safe having this boom out there because it's just gonna hit the ground. So always try to have your boom out in front of you if you think there's any way you're gonna pivot. Now this I'm gonna go pretty fast. Now I'm gonna stop here because I don't want to hit that fender. And then you'll get used to your machine too. You know, where you think the tipping points of it are. But always be careful. Always wear your seatbelt too. It's really not a bad idea. So what I'm going to do then is my blade is all the way up, of course, and I'm just going to back, even though I'm going forward, I'm backing up this trailer. Now I'd never want to have my boom so far out there that it's possible that I could hit my truck or anything. But if I'm unsecure about it, wherever you have your weight. Now I was a crane operator for a long time, and I knew places where that crane was safe, and I knew places where that crane was not safe. Now this is the opposite of with a crane. We're pretty safe having this low to the ground way out in front of us like that. In a crane, you want to be more vertical than you are. Now if you're moving on the ground, it's fine to do this kind of stuff. But so we have our weight up there. I'm going to boom in, boom up. And I'm going to stick steer. I'm going to finish going up. Now, I get to a breakover point. I'm about even with my axles now. And as I come up, there I go. See me starting to come down? That means I reached my weight breakover point on this trailer. And it's gonna stop in position there. And then now I'll go forward a hair more. Now in this position right here, you're okay to boom and go off the side pretty much, whatever you need to do. Because physically right now, you're just like if you were on the ground. So I can go ahead and turn. And then what I like to do when I put this 301 on the trailer, I leave my blade, of course, aimed backwards. I would come back a little bit more. And then I would just go ahead and put my bucket flat right here. Now, don't do exactly what I tell you, because if you have a larger excavator, you're going to need to get that boom down, because you will hit underpasses and stuff because you're going to be so high. But on these little excavators, these probably up to, I wouldn't worry about it too much. You know, something like this, I mean, we can look out there and see how low that is right now, but you just do want to pay attention on your heights, because you can wreck everything really quick. And when you wreck a bridge or something, they're going to charge you a lot of money. So like I said, I know I can just drive right off this trailer right now. And I'm going to wait for my breakover. I can start feeling, right there's my breakover. But it doesn't really matter, because like I said, I've been on and off this trailer so many times that I know what it's going to do. Now, if I go real fast and come to a stop real quick, it is gonna I could roll this thing off the front if I really did that. But what I would do to be safe though in any situation is I would get that bucket out in front of me, and I wouldn't put the teeth in the ground necessarily. I would just get it so it would scrape. So if you're at all scared what's going on, just put your bucket flat on the ground like that right there, and it's okay if you scrape that bucket. I mean, I would go ahead and, as I was going, I would go ahead and boom up with it as I do it, and just get a little bit of, you know, I wouldn't want it on there totally, you know, scraping. Depends on what you're on, blacktop or dirt. But, and there we go. We're just coming off the trailer. I can raise my boom a little bit, and but I know now if I crash over forward, I know that bucket's out there and it's going to stop me. So you could even have it a couple inches off the ground and coming over like that. Now this trailer, it's got low enough tilt on it that the blade doesn't hit either. But it's pretty simple, guys. Sorry there. It is hot. Glad I have air conditioning there. But if you just use your head and you're safe when you're doing this, it's pretty hard to screw up until you get in a hurry and you're not paying attention. Then these things will roll. There's no doubt. There's hundreds of videos on YouTube with these rolling, and just be careful. And that's all I gotta say.